let's go all the way back to Thursday. The Broncos 42, the Bulldogs 18. Explosive first half from the Broncos and to lead 34-0. Absolutely dominant. In fact, the Bulldogs, as we mentioned on Friday, they gave up within 9 minutes their average game total in points against. So Haas was incredible. Carrigan again. Reynolds absolutely amazing. And Cobbo was superb at the back. And the Bulldogs, they were mistake-riddled and completely ill-disciplined. Completely ill-disciplined. Oh, yes, we'll get to that very shortly. Then on Friday, the Roosters 46, the Dragons 18. A dominant performance on a solemn day. And I must say, being out there live and witnessing it, the celebration, the commemoration around those that have served for Australia and New Zealand in the armed forces. Gee, we do it well. It's such a great reminder. It's such a connection to an important part of our history. It's such a day of unification is Anzac Day. The footy, the Roosters, absolutely superb. Sandon Smith, career best game, no doubt about it. Tedesco, brilliant again. And the Dragons, what's going on with the Dragons? They lacked energy. I anticipated tight game. Market anticipated tight game. And really at no point was it a tight game. Like they just lacked energy for the entire 80 minutes, the Dragons. And I said it on Sunday, and now we're hearing reports that Lachlan Ilias is probably going to be dropped. If they're hearing reports of that, then that's what's going to happen. But he just, like I'm looking at Kyle Flanagan, I'm right, you don't create, but your energy. I look at Lachie Ilias, and I'm like, if you're not kicking on the last tackle, what function are you performing within that team? So it feels like it's harsh that I'm signalling him out. He's not alone there in terms of the Dragons and the way they need to play better, but it was really, really evident when you're out there watching live. The Warriors 26, the Knights 12. I listened to this one via Julian King, Noddy and Scope. The Warriors seemed in control 26-6 until junk time tries again for the Newcastle Knights. This time to Brodie Jones. So now we've got the Warriors fourth on the ladder. They've got the game against the Cowboys 5:30 Magic Round. That is huge. That is a big, big match for round 9 up there at Suncorp Stadium. So that's absolutely pumping on Saturday night. They'll get a good crowd, the Cowboys. They always get a good crowd, the Warriors. And now with the Knights, we have this continued pattern. They've dropped the 15th. And I'm looking at the Knights and thinking, are they better than the Eels and the Panthers, who are below them on the ladder? I don't think so. I don't think they are better than those two sides. So it's a tough time for Newcastle Knights fans. Storm 24, the Rabbitohs 16. So we look at the Storm and we think, okay, no Harry Grant, no Nelson Asafa-Solomona, to a lesser degree, no Jack Howarth. And they come right back to the field, don't they? But except for Jai Gray, there would have been an extra couple of tries to the Melbourne Storm. Like, he is just incredible what this young guy is doing. Whiten was good as well. Pappenhausen and Hughes were great for the Storm. And the big talking point coming out of this one, Latrell Mitchell. And he takes the early guilty plea, although there was some talk that they might challenge this one, given the fact that Suafa'alongo was falling, and we had Craig Bellamy in the press conference expressing sympathy for Latrell Mitchell in that one. We'll have to wait and see over the course of the afternoon what exactly transpires there. But Latrell Mitchell, one game. Cowboys 50 points to 18 over the Titans. What a weird game of rugby league. Again, the Titans get going. They lead 18-6. They play this attractive brand of rugby league. You think, yes, this team is on the up, and then they fall apart. And then defensively, they are the third worst in the league, and they've played one less game than the worst in the league. So the Cowboys now are sixth, and there is lots to like about it. And I'm watching that game, and I'm thinking about what Tom Dearden was doing with the football, what he does without it, with his running game, his passing game, his overall effort. And I think to myself, is there a better player? Is there someone playing better in the NRL right now in a crucial position than Tom Dearden? And I'll ask Lewis Shepherd about it. I asked Daly Cherry Evans about it yesterday, and he said, look, I'll leave that up to Billy Slater. But Billy Slater, what do you do? So it's not necessarily whether it's Daly Cherry Evans or Cameron Munster, but what about Harry Grant? Obviously, he'll be there. Is it Ben Hunt? Is it Tom Dearden? What do you do? He's 24 years of age, Tommy Dearden. He's been absolutely superb again in that performance against the Titans on Saturday night. The Panthers 10, the Seagulls 26. Tom's back. Oh, it's so good to see. I don't think he's fully fit. I hate seeing all that. It is so good to. What about the quick hands? Like, oh yeah, beautiful. Tom try assist. We love that. Oh, and Manly win. Oh, shock me with him back into the side. He was good. He's not 100%. He doesn't look like it anyway, but he's still getting out there doing his best. Tamale Olakawatu was absolutely superb. DCE was brilliant. And the Panthers had their chances in this game. They get back to 14-10. It's not that far away. I mean, it gets away from them in the end, but it's not that far away for the Penrith Panthers. Blaze Taulagi continues to play well in a different style of game than he is used to and the Panthers are used to. Here's Coach Ivan Cleary after the match talking about their position on the ladder.
The ladder doesn't really matter until July or August or something, but I guess it's a talking point. So, we obviously haven't. When you only win 2 games, you're going to be down there somewhere. So. Yeah,
you're going to be down there somewhere, right down there somewhere. It's new territory. It's 17th on the ladder. So it's incredible to think that they're there. They're a much better team than that. They are a much better team than that. Raiders 40, Dolphins 28, another crazy game of rugby league. We called this one on SEN. So now we've got a bit of a pattern for the Raiders, haven't we? They're up 6-0 and then some absolutely brilliant Dolphins tries before half-time in particular, and they're down 28-10 at half-time. Cody Nikorima was excellent. Isaiah Katoa we talked about a lot. Then it was the Raiders. And they just exploded into that second half, and the good players played well. Tarpany was exceptional in his second stint. Hudson Young got involved. Corey Horsburgh was good. And Jamal Fogarty was orchestrating everything. Just everything. Kicking game, not his running game, but passing game, his goal-kicking game. And you're looking at him and thinking, 31 years of age, got a lot of footy left in him. I know they've got a great belief in what's coming through, but it feels like there's a lot of footy left in Jamal Fogarty. And then we had that Tigers versus Sharkies game. I watched the second half when I got home. So I was listening on the way home and then watched the second half. What a game. What a finish. How did the Sharks not score in that last? What about they had a 3-on-2, I reckon at least twice, and both times they couldn't get it done over in that left corner. Yeah, Daniel Atkinson struggled with it. Braden Trindle didn't straighten up. Like Braden Trindle, you look at that and you go, Braden, I'm going to show you some highlights of Isaiah Katoa when he runs that and how he just straightens that up. Anyway, Nico Hines hits the goalpost with a drop goal. Then that nearly picked up by Jesse Raymond. What's going on in that game? And all the while, the Tigers are hanging in there. They are just hanging in there. Galvin got a try assist for the first try. How good's that? They're all happy to play together. I said it to Matty White. It was, in our family, edge of the seat stuff. Everyone was watching. Not everyone's a rugby league fan. Everyone was watching. You can't turn away from the telly when that's on. What do they do now? They go to Golden Point. How long? 5 each way. What happens? Well, let's wait and see. And then we got penalty, Adam Dewey goal. And fair enough, the celebrations would have been very long and hard for that big crowd at Leichhardt Oval. Thank heavens it didn't rain. Separate issue, I know, but I just wanted to put that out there. But I said, it's like the Masters. So all edge of the seat. And consider all the stories that have gone on in Tiger Town over the course of the last 2 weeks. And that's what they come up with the game. So it's an easy one for Benji, isn't it, moving forward, what he's going to do with Lockie Galvin. Here he is speaking about his 5/8 after the match.
Thought he was great. Just went out and played footy, what he's always done, and from that first try that he set up, that sort of calmed the nerves and got everyone into the game and just focus on footy. And we had a good chat before the game about a few things, and I thought he did all the things we talked about.
So he missed a tackle on his inside shoulder for a try. He staved a try with a brilliant tackle on Tommy Hazelton late in the game. He scored he set up a try. He creates when he carries the ball, as he does. He's had enormous pressure on him on the field, but in particular off the field, whether it be from the club or the coach or the captain or his manager or the family. And he's 19 years of age, and he handled it like that. Like, we got an outlier, ladies and gentlemen. We have an outlier. Just incredible. Here is Lockie Galvin talking with Channel 9 after the game.
Yeah, 100%. I think us boys, it's probably been a long 2 weeks, but to come out here and play like we did tonight, and we put the work in the last 2 weeks, and I think that's shown tonight. And to do it in Golden Point and Adam Duida nail the 2 points at the end, it's a great win, and we wanted to do it for all the home fans here at Leichhardt, and it was one of the best wins I've been a part of.
Last week you're at Lidcombe, here you're at a packed Leichhardt Oval. Does it get any better?
No, I'll be honest, I'd rather be here than at Lidcombe on a Sunday, I'll be honest.
Oh, that's going to upset the West Magpies faithful. Come on. What was wrong with Lidcombe? No, that was special yesterday. So Emma Lawrence there for Channel 9 interviewing Lockie Galvin afterwards. As I said, I think we've got an outlier, ladies and gents. I think we have an outlier. So your take on the 8 games of round 8. Let us know. 0457 736 736. All right. Let's get into it. Beyond a joke. This is Andrew John slams sin bin crackdown as NRL targets head contact Dan Walsh writing in the Sydney Morning Herald. Let's be clear about what Andrew John said on the Sunday Footy Show.
The over-analysis and the overreach of the bunker in play. The bunker should be used only for try-scoring opportunities unless it's a send-off. It's an out-and-out send-off and they miss it, then fair enough, come in and send the player off. Going back 8 plays in a set of 6 where the referee doesn't see it, the touch judges don't see it, the players don't see it, and to send someone to the bin, it is absolutely farcical.
So that was part of a rant from Joey on the Sunday Footy Show. And I picked that out specifically because I think he's 100% correct there, right? Stop having the bunker interference. Reduce the bunker interference. Allow the bunker to do what it was supposed to do. That was to adjudicate on those decisions and especially in try-scoring situations and remove the howler. Like that's what we wanted them to do. The referees today, I feel so sorry for them. They're out there with literally thousands of decisions to make every match. Literally thousands of decisions to make. And then they're getting this constant talking in their head about what they should or shouldn't be doing. And, hey, you've got to do this. Hey, you've got to do this. You've got to do this. No wonder there's no flow in the game. There can't be any flow in their brain. Can you think when you best concentrate? Think about when you best concentrate. You have no stimuli coming in, do you? You have zero, right? You're just allowed to watch and concentrate. They can't even do that in this high-pressured environment. So I really feel for them. I don't want to go back. I don't want to have Siwa Torquiaho playing the ball and then Belinda Sharp stop the game and say, oh, by the way, 8 tackles ago, you hit someone in the head. It wasn't very forceful. You're not going to be charged for it, but I'm going to send you to the sin. Not I'm only going to send you to the sin bin, I'm going to stop the game and go back. And I tell you what also I'm going to do. I'm going to frustrate a lot of people. That's also what I'm going to do. So I don't agree with that. So let's stop that. Let's stop that. And one thing we did know, and this was earlier this year, actually. Remember, we used to hear about 2:30, it was compulsive viewing, grab your popcorn, Graham Annesley's going up to the podium, right? And that's what we used to have. But then at the start of this year, they said, no more with the self-flagellation, all right? And there's a few listeners, I think, should take that on board as well. No more with the self-flagellation, which is how they describe that. And NRL Chief Executive Andrew Abdo confirmed the change. He said, we will continue to update media, fans and clubs on significant football matters as required in the season. Graham, talk today. I've reached out to Graham Annesley to have him on the program. I'm yet to get a response. Graham, speak today. You haven't done it for the first 7 rounds. I'm in agreement. I think it was on a hiding to nothing. I don't think you gained any benefit out of highlighting all the errors that came from the officials during the course of a weekend. But today, Graham, talk. We need you to talk. We need you to fill us with confidence. We need you to let us know what you are doing so we don't have a repeat at Magic Round and in Round 10 and in State of Origin and in the semi-final series. I don't think we will. I don't think it's a hard thing to have we had an overcorrection, just pull it back a little bit. I don't think that's that hard. I think there are literally levers you can pull to ensure you get better outcomes and make things a whole lot more palatable for fans. And like most of the games, in fact, I'd say all of the games over the course of the weekend, that the players decide the outcome. I think that was the case. But if we keep having a situation that we did over the course of this weekend, then there's going to be further frustration. Thanks for watching. For more great content, subscribe to SEN League, your home of the greatest game of all.